Why are you clicking the pen?
Fucking getting ready. Are we on air right now?
Evan, get with it. What is that?
What?
What is that?
Oh, this thing here? Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's the circle things, right?
Chopsticks.
No.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, there's another reason why, but I can go over it later. But yeah, I don't use it for stabbing. No.
Oh. Anyways, welcome to the 20th episode of the Maple-Baum podcast. I am one of your hosts, Jordan Quattlebaum, with my other amazing host, Mark Maple, and we have today's guest.
Well, we got Evan T Liley, everybody. This is the intro where everyone expects me to yell every single time. But I'm not going to do it because I got my first COVID shot, and I feel a little fucked up. So anyway, we're going to start the podcast right goddamn now! To hype myself up.
We are live, ladies and gentlemen. We're so happy to have you on because if you guys don't know, we've talked about this man plenty of times. He made our beautiful artwork all over our page of me and Mark riding the Maple-Baum, and it's beautiful.
This man is Evan T Liley.
Yes.
He's the best there is locally when it comes to creating artwork for comedy, when it comes to flyers, posters, podcast promo images, T-shirts, logos. He's the best there is. Get out of the way, Jordan. This guy's the best there is when it comes to...
No, I agree 100%. I agree 1,000%. I think I do decent work when it comes to posters and flyers because that's not really that hard. Now, detailed and making like your own clip art and you know what I mean, like you do all that, and that's way extreme and stuff. Which, by the way, guys, get the merch at Maple-Baum, QBombComedy.com/podcast. Look at that beautiful boy. We gotta go bring him one. We gotta make sure.
The sweater and the hoodie, or the hoodie that is, it's $25. $25 in Biden's America. What a fucking deal.
It's pretty good.
That's for the hoodie and the sweater. For the T-shirt, I was prepared for this. $13. Some people charge $20.
Look at that.
Asking for $13 goddamn dollars.
That's beautiful. It's literally one of my favorite pieces of art I've seen in quite some time.
This is all we asked him. We said, hey, could you make us ride a maple syrup bottle like it's a bomb? And then him being the big fan, Dr. Strangelove.
Do you remember my drawing?
Yeah! Your drawing looked like we crapped
on a rocket. I can draw somewhat. I did that with my mouse, like my computer mouse. So it was very hard. But like I could draw somewhat.
I also like the other fighter planes in the background, dropping more bottles of maple syrup.
Well, what's crazy, I don't know if you still have those. They're probably on our Facebook thing. But he gave me a whole bunch of different varieties of like ideas. And one was, because if you didn't know this, I think Baum in German is like tree. So he made us into a maple tree. Like it was our faces in a tree.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But I go by Q-Bomb, and I make it sound like it's like bomb, like B-O-M-B. So I thought it was more fitting.
Young Jamie, a.k.a. Evan T. Can you pull that for us? Please. I want to see the... never saw the maple tree before.
There's that one. There was one where it looked like we were riding a rodeo bomb. That one was cool. There was the glass one. Like, yeah, that one. Mm-hmm. So that was
this idea. I was still thinking it's Maple-Baum, so I assumed you said maple tree. So yeah,
that's probably what people think our podcast is named in Germany. They probably think it's called Maple Tree.
It looks like it's going to be a podcast about serial killers. What the fuck? It looks very disturbing.
The only reason why I kind of did like this idea, but me and Mark both are white men with beards and glasses, so I felt like it would be confusing on the tree, you know, because it's just the faces. Yeah. So I was like, huh?
Well, if there's a other way, I could have done that.
Oh, true. Maybe for season 2, once we hit like past maybe 100 episodes, maybe we'll change up the art style and hit you back up for something else. I think we should. Yeah, I almost went with that one. That one's kind of cool.
That one's wholesome. I like.
Yeah,
that
there was
one.
like you two at breakfast. Maybe looks like a French bistro with one of you too hungover to realize that what he's holding is a bomb.
Right. That makes sense.
Accurate. Yeah, I think that one. Yeah, that was the second one I was gonna go
Yeah, there's
for.
the Genesis part.
Yeah, that one.
The idea.
That one was dope.
Yeehaw.
Once I saw those atom bombs, like I was like, that is fucking. I want that. Like, and he totally like went over our expectations. So
he drew us like a long time ago in like March. Out of nowhere, we were at this show at.
Oh yeah, that's why I did. Like, yeah, me and Mark were literally sitting here, and our second episode, and before it, I was like, dude, we need better podcast art. And he's like, you need to hit him up, and I was like, oh shit. So that's when I hit you up, and then we got the beautiful art done.
But nothing's better than waking up and then the next day you're like, what the fuck? Someone made artwork of me.
There's actually a crazier story of something I did that was kind of like that, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Someone being surprised by my art in the weirdest place possible. There's this YouTube group. They do lots of like explainer videos about like wrestling video games, but they typically like wrestling. They were a UK YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And they were doing a live. They were doing like a live screening of one of their favorite wrestling games. It was like 2 a.m. I'm watching the feed because of some weird. I decided to be up that time, and so I just sketched a video, a cartoon of them watching WWE, and I put it on Twitter. And one of the guys in that Twitch stream is such a huge Twitter junkie that he saw the cartoon. Then he shows the other guy the cartoon, and suddenly I'm involved in this live stream.
Oh wow!
Taking place at 2 a.m. in the UK.
That's crazy.
YouTube guys, I'm gonna look them up.
Oh yeah, I believe they were called. I think they were called. I forgot their name. One was one of the guys' name is Jack the Jobber.
I don't know who these people are. I'm gonna look it up anyway.
I know it's a bit more obscure kind of stuff.
Sure.
They used to be big. A lot of them resigned for some reason.
Creative differences. Is it Cultaholic Wrestling?
I think a different one actually.
Oh, they probably all left. Is it What Culture Wrestling?
Oh wait, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I've heard of those fuckers before.
Really?
They showed my cartoons in one of their videos.
That's cool.
Briefly, yeah.
That's really cool of them to do.
Yeah, that was the story. Like the first time I made someone go, "What the fuck?"
That's awesome.
It's the best surprise. You had that happen to you recently. You got Kelly Browned. We've all been Kelly Browned, and it's the best feeling too.
I know. She took me to Browntown.
She sure did. She's the sweetest. Have you ever met her before, Kelly Brown? She's the sweetest old woman ever.
Yes, I have. I think we're actually in this. It might have been in one of the same comedy groups actually, or same comedy classes at Comedy Spot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think it was like one of the possibly their stand-up versions. She's probably pursued comedy much better than I have actually, but she's done pretty nicely so far.
Evan T, you sent me a clip of your set at Comedy Spot, and I think it was 2017, right? This is a long time ago.
Yeah.
It was rock solid. I think was that your first or second or one of your sets?
That wasn't my first set. I think my first actual set was at Sophia's Thai Bar in Davis, and that's because I used to hang out there doing a lot of like sketches of the guitarists, open micers, all that kind of stuff. And it just happened like one day, Caleb Duffy shows up there. He likes what I do, and then he invites me to do caricatures at Luna's, and that's the first moment I ever got into comedy, actually.
Oh wow!
Like without him, I wouldn't know Johnny Taylor. I wouldn't know Keith Ol Jensen. I wouldn't know anyone in the Sacramento comedy community if it had not been for that exact day that I was sketching open micers at Sophia's Thai Bar.
That's crazy.
That's where it all happened.
You're very well spoken. You're articulate. You're creative, and your set was rock solid.
But
you should return back. I don't know why did you just ultimately stop?
Well, there were for a few reasons, of course. Actually, I kind of decided that it was better for me to be a funny artist than an artistic comedian, because a lot of the stuff that I've been trying to work on takes a lot of time, practice, and development.
Mm.
And there's this kind of point where, sometimes in an artist's career, where they begin to, what some would describe as plateauing.
Mm.
It's kind of like when they get high enough in skill, but then they just stop getting better, and then they kind of realize that they have to make a change in life. And for me, I decided that I wasn't able to pursue comedy as well as I could with arts. And I'm still actually quite happy with all the stuff I get to do in the comedy community, because I kind of feel like I've done well as being one of those people who helps enriches it by doing all these posters, merch, and a few animations, and even a few props for a few shows. And I kind of don't feel like I actually left. I just kind of felt like I took a different role.
Yeah.
To help it keep it going.
Yeah,
that's
you're actually a good core part of the whole community comedy scene in Sacramento area right now. You're kind of all over the place.
To me, it always trips me out when I see big core people like that. Like, for example, like I have met people who are producers but don't do comedy. And to me, that always like makes me go like, I get it, but I'm also like, but you don't do it, but you do comedy though. It's just you don't do it like as much as the art stuff. Is that like? But do you still have like a love for comedy like that, like performing, or do you just?
Lily does.
Well, absolutely, yeah, I've loved it. I mean, some of my favorite artists are actually pretty funny themselves. There's actually, but the main thing is that I kind of felt that I have a good awareness for some of the things like joke setup, different genres, mediums, requirements that a poster needs. And yeah, I've seen a lot of posters that could use some do-overs. I don't want to say which ones, of course. But there's always I kind of felt like it's something that I've been very much happy to work with. In fact, one of my last big oil paintings was actually sort of I kind of like to think it was stand-up in oil paint form.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
Yeah,
I like the painting you did of David Thorne, where you made him look like he was 20 years old and handsome.
I think that's all of them, because I kind of try to. I do sometimes do the thing where I make someone look better than they really do.
Did you do the one of, I think it's Stephen Ferriss? Was his name?
Yeah, I've done a lot of ones of Stephen Ferriss. Yeah.
He's a good art piece, that man.
I know, yeah, lots of interesting things, and I probably have drawn him like. He's probably one of the people I've sketched the most, and I'm typically at like open mics, some of the bigger theaters. I was even there to sketch Brian Posehn when he was at Punchline.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the thing is, I was actually sketching him on one of the napkins that you get there. And there was a weird thing that happened because I wanted to do such a great job, because this is a huge celebrity. He was in The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
2 seconds, of course, but... so I got there to the show like an hour early, and then I realized, you know what? I want to start sketching the area with all the guests, the backdrop. I want to do that first, and so I do that. I finish it. I just leave like the center open, but then I kind of realized, you know what? I'm so scared, and I want to make this really nice. So I start practicing to draw him on other napkins, and I keep drawing him on more and some more. And then suddenly, I'm this weird customer with a whole bunch of used napkins on his table, like I was jerking off the whole time.
That's okay. That's all of us. I mean, when me writing like my set list, it looks weird because like my notes are just like sit pop and porn girls and small dick, and it looks like this crazy thoughts. So
well, everyone keeps saying that my joke book looks like I'm a serial killer.
They all look like that.
Well, because I type. Like I have multiple joke books, and then the joke book that I bring on stage is the finished product, and I like to type
it out. Yeah, that's weird.
No, it's not. Because so I have like.
You type like Jack in fucking The Shining.
No, so look, see, I have like a normal. You can't really see it because I have a normal one that I write out, right, and then once I work it out and stuff. Then I bring it into my computer, and I have an entire set list. Like, I have, like, for example, I'm going to do that show next weekend where I'm doing, like, 40 minutes, whatever. And I want to make sure I have that stuff organized and it flows correctly. So it's annoying because when you have to write it out, you have to scribble and whatever. In a computer, you can just be like, okay, I have this new bit. Where can this go? oh, it can go right here, but it's in the middle of my set list. Instead of rewriting the whole set list, I just copy and paste it into what I already, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, no, I've done that before, yeah.
And then I'll print it out and put it in my joke book. But then over time, like for example, I had my normal set list, but I have some new jokes that I put in it. So instead of rewriting the whole thing out, I just got all those new jokes. I'm like, okay, where can it go in my act that I already have? I'm like, oh, it goes here, it can go here, and then boom, now it's a longer set list, and then I just reprint it out, put it in the book.
I freak out whenever I get to a mic or a show, and I'm like, I don't know how to fucking set up my goddamn set list, and I fucking get mad. And I like dude, last week I started pacing around yelling. I was that crazy about it, and it was just a stinking open mic in Sac. It wasn't even anything big.
Oh, yeah. I actually used to do a lot of writing stuff. All my stuff was done on Google Docs.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I had access to my phone all the time, and I could do Google Docs here, then Google Docs there. And I used to do this thing where I was like, try to at least write 5 jokes a day. Or
5 jokes a day? What the fuck?
Hey, I never said good jokes.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to write down 10 stupid ones to get one really good one. And even that really good one still has to be done over and over again so you can, refine it to something that's actually good.
Yeah.
I recently had writer's block this summer, and it was really bad. I couldn't think of anything. So it got to the point where I was like, you know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do. What if I roast the whole crowd? You know, that whole crowd roasting thing?
Yeah.
What if I call the whole crowd gay? And I worked on this, and I worked on it, and I tried it in various ways, in various venues. And then I came to the, finally, the conclusion. It wasn't working.
Oh.
It's my laziest thing I've ever written in my life. I really thought it was going to work, but it didn't.
I mean...
Did you switch to, you're all lesbians? Because that would change the dynamics, wouldn't it?
Might split the room.
Yeah.
You're all lesbians.
He's right. Can
I take that one? You're all lesbians.
You're all lesbians.
I'm taking that joke. I'm coming back.
Coming back. All right, Evan, come on. Come on. Just come on. You know where to go.
Yeah, let's see. Where's that one place? Never mind.
No, go to Vince's. The other day I was at Vince's restaurant in Sacramento on Friday nights.
Yeah.
And I referred to it as, all right, well, hey, welcome to Vince's, the house that Subas built.
Yeah, I think I've only been to Vince's. I was only at Vince's once. That was for the roast of David Thorne, actually. I was taking photographs that night.
I really would. I had to work that night. I wanted to go so bad.
I was going to go to that, but then I got COVID.
Oh, yeah, that was the same time.
Oh. Yeah, and then I was with David that week, and I was like, hey, David, I got to retrace everything, I got to tell everybody who I was in contact with. I got COVID. And he got super mad. God damn it! God damn it! And he was like, sometimes I don't want to live anymore!
I love David so much.
He got tested later that day, and he was negative, so he didn't have to cancel the event.
Oh, that's good. I should probably get tested again, of course. I still get tested quite often, but I'm going to be leaving the country in a few days, so...
Oh, wow.
Ooh, do tell. Where are you going, Australia?
Well, actually, no, I'm going to Germany. Got family members there.
Oh, wow.
You have an accent. Okay, so you're talking off air. I kind of have an accent. I don't sound like I'm from California. You also don't sound like you're from here. What's the deal? What's the haps?
Well, I got a few theories. Let's see. One, I kept thinking that I was watching too much British television.
Sure.
Yeah, because it's that one country where you can watch all their TV. You don't get to see as much Canadian TV, right? You can probably name more British shows than Canadian.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I can only name SCTV, and that's about it. I can't think of any more fucking... No, wait a minute, the Tom Green Show. Okay, so the Tom Green Show and SCTV. That's all I can think of from Canada.
Yeah, but then again, you could see why, because you might assume that England's had like a few more decades of funding whatever the BBC does.
Sure.
Yeah. But no, the accent kind of probably... it's sort of like, might be a combination of being raised in a partially German family, but also a lot of my humor does come from like British TV shows. I really don't know why it happened, but another thing, I guess, is because when I was a kid, people kept saying I mumbled, so I kind of overcompensated, and then it made it sound like I was I thought like it was at a different language somehow. But
Yeah,
I always did include that into my comedy act. So I always tried to come up with different jokes of why I sound so different. Like I was every person at an airport turned into a blender.
That's pretty good.
No, you're articulate as a motherfucker. Which I don't know. I'm gonna talk you into doing. I know what you said. And look, I get it. You want to draw. You're an artist. By the way, what are your influences in art?
Oh well, actually, I got a few I can show you right now. Actually.
Cool.
Oh, sweet.
My influences. Fuck! I'm gonna bust in my fucking beer can. God damn it! Fuck.
He's gonna bust.
Now let's see.
Got it.
Oh wait, it's so like my first one as a kid was a guy named Albrecht Dürer. But he basically the guy himself kind of looks like a boring version of Weird Al Yankovic.
Question. You said you got into this when you were a kid?
Yeah. When I was at Waldorf school.
Oh, that
I can't find the guy.
That looks like. Oh.
It wasn't. This guy. Yeah, this is the guy.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's AD. In fact, actually, if you ever look at my signature, that on all my cartoons and artworks, you see it's like a giant E with a T and an L inside. This is what it's inspired by.
Oh wow!
God.
Yeah, the guy's lucky. He could say 1500 AD, my initials. Isn't that cool, yo? No, he wouldn't say that. But
Nah, he would never say that. No.
Isn't that cool, yo?
Yeah, no. Isn't that cool, yo?
Man, we never had a guest this intelligent. We're used to talking to people like David Rodriguez.
Well, you're also used to talking to each other, so.
Yeah, that's it.
That's also true.
Another guy I was into is this guy. Yeah, that's William Hogarth with his dog. Weird thing, I just don't like the fact this feels like a warp in the universe, is that his dog's name was Trump.
Oh.
Get out of here! Wow,
Yeah,
crazy.
no, I'm not kidding. That's Trump in the picture.
Well,
Trump?
you know what?
Oh,
Trump. Say what you will about Trump, it's a good name, and nothing trumps it. Ha 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 ha. Oh, that's a bad joke. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, well,
Sorry,
some of them must have said, "Here, Trump. Here, Trump."
Right,
I got a
Trump,
conspiracy theory for you.
You're a good Trumpy.
Trump, don't hump her leg.
Don't do that. Hey, come on. Sorry, my dog is a little racist. His name is Trump.
Well,
I don't know.
The guy was probably racist himself, actually.
Every time I come over here, you bark at me. He's like,
Hey, speaking of controversial figures, I keep saying this. You look like a young, handsome Alex Jones.
Me?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I guess a round face.
Awesome
and,
beard.
Yeah, that too. I guess. I don't know. Do I also have unusually red skin?
It's white, and you're in a red room. So yeah, you're a lot like him in that regard.
You just froze on my end.
He
Oh,
did froze. Now he's this Kelly Brown picture.
What the heck? Where am I?
you're now a cartoon.
Ah, damn it. Well, I guess I'll just have to try sharing the screen.
Oh man, I got 2 ideas for you, by the way. Hey, are we gonna be doing a comedy show in Stockton, in December, Jordan?
I have no idea yet. I will get back to you on that.
I thought of the best artwork ever for it.
Okay.
What is it?
Okay.
Okay,
Now,
here I am. I was here the whole time.
thank you. Oh wow, he's drawing himself right now. That's awesome.
There we go. See, I'm right there. See, the camera's back on.
Yay.
That's uncanny. Yeah, it's him right there, man. It's a 3D image of himself. Okay, here's my idea for artwork. Okay, it's a comedy show hosted by Nick Michelson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you know the movie poster to Silent Night, Deadly Night.
No, I haven't seen it, but
Okay, it's a killer Santa Claus movie, but in the movie poster, it's basically an evil, crazy killer Santa Claus, and he's getting out of the chimney, and he's got an axe, right? He's got one arm out, and he's holding an axe, and I think that would be a beautiful picture for Nick Michelson, just be mainly the main guy featured there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Also, if I do have a roast of myself, which I plan on doing next year, I want the artwork to look like a Korn album. I want it to look like Follow the Leader, except the girl almost falling off the cliff is going to be me. And then all my Stockton friends are laughing at me as I almost fall to my death.
You should tell him about your shirt idea, because I've been trying to figure out how to make what you're talking about, and I cannot get it to look the way you know what I mean.
I think I'm going to consult with him on this. I got to make a continued success shirt, right, Mr. Evan T?
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, because sometimes, like, if you just have like one piece of merch, it's gets old at some point.
Anyway, it's do you know the album cover to Green Day Dookie?
Green Day, yeah, I've heard of Dookie. I don't think I've heard the music itself.
No, he's like, have you seen the album art where it's like the atom bomb and it's the cloud?
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
I don't need all the other crap. I just want that font and the clouds, and that's it. I'm very simple, simplified design.
Yeah, I'm just Googling that. Oh, yeah, now I see that. That's classic.
So he wants that, but it says continued success.
Yes, in that font. But I don't need all those bombs and people running and all that crap.
That can be that done.
Yeah, that would be an easy one, though.
You don't want people covered in Dookie?
Yeah, Dookie itself. I don't know. You're one of the interesting characters there is around this scene. And after seeing that set, I was like, fuck, this guy's really good and creative.
Yeah, well, that was the difference, because I was one of the few people who wasn't trying to pretend to be themselves. I was clearly pretending to be someone else.
Yeah. No, I liked it. It was a strong set, and it was clean. You can work anywhere with that kind of shit, you know?
Yeah, I usually don't cuss that much in public at all, but then again, that's usually kind of rude. It always makes people go, what? But still, even in the comedy set, I've tried to stay generally clean, because I kind of get like some comics get that funny feeling that if they over rely on cuss words, then I guess they might be selling themselves out at some point. You ever get that feeling from other comics?
If me personally, if I just resort to just profanity and being shocking, that's when I'm not at my really the best. That's when I'm kind of crappy. There's got to be a little bit of an edge to it, but it can't just be bad writing and shit.
I agree. I think it's all about what's true to you. In my opinion, like, yeah, I know cursing can be frowned upon and stuff like that, but like, as long as like, if you're a comic that curses a lot, like for example, if I see you cursing in your act, and when I see you off stage, more than half the time, they talk just that way. Like, it's, you know what I'm trying to say? Like me, I say fuck after every sentence mostly in my daily life, which I know is a bad thing. So it would be natural that it's in my act as well. Mm. But if you're like somebody that's like, oh, hello, like, and doesn't curse too much, but your act is just fuck, shit, fuck, it's kind of like they're trying. Yeah, so my whole thing is like, as long as if you can look at the person's act and then look at them as a person and how they talk off the stage, you can kind of be like, I can see it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely remember.
He replaced the image of the.
Your photo looks like you're agreeing with what I'm saying.
Yeah, I like it. He's got his tongue out and everything. He's like,
yeah, I agree. Yeah. I totally agree with what you say.
But
I also remember.
Oh, sorry.
I remember hearing a lot of people talk. They say that they also don't want to include too much profanity because they get booked for like more, I guess, family-oriented comedy shows. That's
also true. It just, again, like, if you can do it, you can. Like, I am kind of shitting bricks. I guess I can make the announcement now, but I don't want to jump the gun. I have an interview with America's Got Talent in a day or two. And I'm very nervous because 80 to 90% of my jokes have the word fuck in them. Sure. So I had to write... I took a lot of the jokes I have, the clean jokes I have now, and then the dirty jokes, and I made them clean, and I have them in this act, and they accepted me, and I'm doing an interview, and then we should go from there if I get to go actually try out, which would be awesome.
One step at a time, even if you're just on there for one
Exactly. Thing. I'm having the intention of, I'm pretty sure it's whatever. If I don't win... whatever, that's traction, bro. You get on TV. You know how many American Got Talent comedians that didn't win are like making bucks right now because they're booked now because they've been
credit right there.
I just want people to see me and look at my craft and be like, hey, it's a guy. Let's go watch this guy. That's all I want.
No, that's a good point. Exposure can be a really great thing.
I just want people to know who I am, and then if I win, that's a plus. But I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna beat everybody's ass. Fuck you.
It's a big thing if you can make it. Like our buddy, what's his name? Kabir?
Kabir?
Is that his name?
Yeah.
He made a big-ass run.
He made it all the way to the semifinals.
Wow.
Yeah, he made it pretty far, but then Simon fucking fucked him over.
Well, I guess
you know what?
There's actually a benefit to like being sort of like mid-tier quality, because then people will expect you to be okay, but they won't expect you to be the next best thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you got to follow up a huge success with an even huger success.
Yeah.
And then it might sort of like burn you out, and then you quit. But with like just being good, then you can still like work your way up and feel like you can really pace yourself.
Hey, you know what's something with me? Recently, I've been enjoying crappy, empty open mics. It's strange.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is. Something turned in my head where I was like, you know what? All these damn open mics are like this. There isn't the good ones. There isn't the bad ones. And I've been just kind of enjoying them for the most part. It's weird.
Yeah,
I think some of my Stockton friends have kind of been enjoying them weirdly as well. We're just kind of like, you know what? Fuck it. This is our gym. We get some reps in. We tell some new jokes. We see how it goes. It's very weird as of late.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about those occasions when you have to use your best jokes and best set?
I just I get a little anxiety still. I still go like, fuck. God damn it. There's a few people here. They look happy too.
Even if it's the same venue, same time, same place.
One time there was a venue where it was $25 a ticket, and I felt like, fuck, we got to put on a good show for these people. They actually paid good money to be here, and that's just kind of how I felt like. It wasn't even about me anymore. It was like, fuck, $25 a ticket. We better do something for these people. So that's kind of how I looked at it that day. I guess I should always kind of look at it like that. Just make sure people are having a good time. And then, that's, I don't know. It's been a little bit different for me. I've been on a bit of a roll for me. And I kind of been looking at it as like, let's have a good time. Let's make sure people are happy. And let's I got to have more energy. I had a shit ton of caffeine at Tommy T's the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'd rather be worked up and ready to go. So that's kind of how I look at it, you know.
No, I definitely remember that feeling, because when I was doing a lot of the open mic night circuits as an actual comedian, I actually had one official moment where I was doing a benefit comedy club or comedy show for I think it was the LGBT or the queer library in Midtown. And that was like, I think that was probably the only place where I had to bring my best jokes.
Sure.
And I think I did okay there, decently. And I think I only did like one impromptu joke when I said that it's good that this place supports everyone except the well-being of trees, because it's in the library, still using paper.
Sure.
That was pretty much the last show. But the rest I've done was open mics, and I actually did some. I kind of feel like I actually did do some things that other comics didn't do. I was one of the few people to wear a turban on stage.
Cool.
You know, I don't see that very often. You know.
Yeah. And it wasn't just a turban of actual stuff. It was just some like a flannel shirt I used to wrap around my head and act crazy.
Well,
glad you did it. You know what? It sounded like you wanted to do it. You thought it. It felt like, you know what? Nobody else is doing it. Everyone's zigging. I'm gonna zag. I'm gonna wear a turban, even if it's my own shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Of course, I think I can safely. I think I can rule it out as something I'm not gonna try doing again, unless I have to, of course. But a lot of the jokes that I did they tended to be sort of like deadpan style, just like the one we saw in the news in that first video I sent you. Yeah. I did that set for a little while, and then I kind of just sort of like suddenly switched modes into something more, a bit more crazy and expressive, rather than this like deadpan newsreader kind of stuff.
He did this joke where it's going to be an all-female remake of "Dude, Where's My Car," starring I forget all the actors.
Ashton Kutcher.
No, it's going to be starring an all-female remake. So it's going to be Meryl Streep, Emma Stone, a bunch of other people, Annette Bening, and the title of it's going to be "Oh, There It Is."
Yeah, I decided that, you know what, maybe we'll just do it all much quicker, and then we'll just call it a short.
Yeah. Oh man, nothing's worse than when you try to do comedy. You try to do really longer jokes, and you're like, "Fuck, I only got 5 minutes though." So this is like half my set.
Yeah, I know.
That always drives me nuts.
What's like the longest setup you've ever seen?
Fine, it was Norm, his fucking moth joke. That was
Really?
the longest. Yeah, maybe it was it, but that was.
You know which one I love is I love the frog goes into a bank bit. It's like fucking. It took 3-4 minutes just to get that last punch. Have you heard that joke?
No, what is it?
No, not yet.
I'll try to shorten it, but it's basically just like he's like a frog goes into a bank and wants a loan for a lily pad or whatever, and then he's all like. It's so long. I actually don't want to go look up just whenever you guys can. Look up Norm Macdonald frog bit. It's fucking.
Oh, that one.
It's so fucking like goofy and stupid, and it's like 3 minutes, and like it's just silent until he does the joke at the punchline at the end, and it brings it all together.
I think that cancer made him funnier. Maybe that's what happened. He didn't give a shit. He was like, I'm gonna die anyway, so I'm gonna do these really long ass bits just for the hell of it. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm on my way out.
All right, well, I guess it was on his own time. I think the longest setup I saw was one of Andy Kaufman's own bits. It was one where he kind of does where first he goes on stage, he pretends to be a sort of a hack comedian. Then he starts, he pauses, begins to cry under pressure, starts crying, and then the crying suddenly morphs into this bongo playing set.
Oh, I've seen that. He's like, hey, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that was like comedy or some kind of like postmodern intellectual performance kind of thing that you'd see in like the MoMA.
I'm gonna have a postmodern professional performance one of these days. I swear I am. Send me.
Well,
I'll get there.
You don't have to expect people to laugh because usually you only interpret them as laughing.
That's true.
I never thought of it that way. Hey, speaking of which, here's my artwork. It's this bear, and Jordan wrote me this letter the other week.
It was my to-do list.
And it says to-do list, and it might be in reverse for this camera, but it
no,
says
it's
kill
good.
myself. And I was like, what the fuck?
But it looks more like kill my scythe.
It's not kill my scythe. Oh yeah, right. It's spelled with an I. Haha, stupid. You spelled with an I.
Wait, what
What's
happened?
your scythe done to you that deserves such?
Wait, what happened?
You wrote.
Are you trying to kill your scythe?
Yeah, it says this: MYSEIF. Kill my scythe.
No, you can't.
That's an L.
You kill yourself.
No, it's an I.
That's an L.
Well, look right there. It's right in the push.
There's no dot. That's an L.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that looks like an.
I see what you're meaning, but it's supposed to be L.
Hey, look, this is.
You know what? Thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna make sure to do that right now. I'm killing myself. Thank you.
Okay,
Goodbye.
Right
I'm sorry I misspelled it.
Jordan, write a proper suicide letter next time, okay? Seriously.
Wait, what?
Write a proper suicide letter next time. Make sure you spell it correctly.
I will, and
it's my scythe. You're supposed to include the lower horizontal bar on the bottom of the L. Everything else is in caps.
Thank you. Yeah.
Don't say thank you like you fucking knew, Mark. You didn't realize it till just now.
I didn't want to look at this damn suicide letter for too long, so it's just like, oh my god, this is crazy.
Didn't want to look at it for too long, but shows it off on his teddy bear for our podcast.
I thought it'd be a funny comedic effect during the goddamn podcast. Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry I didn't.
Proper spelling.
It was proper spelling. It just was a lowercase L.
Well, get over it, okay? You're being very sensitive about your suicide letter here, okay?
Yes. I swear to God, I'm writing a real suicide note, and it's going to be the reason why I died was because of this incident.
Well, shit.
Also, like, I don't know why I also didn't capitalize the I in kill.
You don't need to, that's fine.
Well,
How come that's fine, but the L it has to be capitalized?
Can someone screenshot me holding it like this?
Sure, that's like a meme. But look, like, see the I isn't capitalizing kill, and then the L isn't capitalizing. It's a metaphor.
Where it's just like that.
Yes, it is.
Here's the
Will? Bill?
Syrups.
Huh?
Well, you got to include the syrups in the eye. Because if it's
it's a lowercase. Okay, you can clearly see in kill. It's a lowercase I, so that's obviously a lowercase I. And then you look at self, and it's not the dot, so it clearly is a lowercase L. What matters here is when you're in distress, and like I just wrote that as fast as I can. I'm sorry I didn't capitalize all of it. I should have done that. That was the first mistake.
Okay. Yeah.
It was alarming. I didn't want to look at it. I was like, oh, God. And I was like, it's going to be funny, though, if I use it for the podcast. Here you go, Bobo. Hold that note the whole time.
I did it really... Yeah, I should. Also, yeah, I put the too close together, so it looks like it says Toto.
That'd be great if, like, it is a to-do list, so when you're killing yourself, you're hanging yourself or whatever, you scratch it off right before you pass away. I'm like, okay, good, I got all this done. All right, awesome.
Did I tell you my new bit that I'm working on?
I think I saw it. Is it just you hanging yourself with hangers?
Oh, no, I meant a new joke.
Yeah, what's your new joke?
It's still in the works, but basically I put, if and when, he put skill. If and when I decide to kill myself, I want to make sure I do it in style. Like, but the problem is I don't know of any cliffs and bridges to jump off of. Like, they need to make an app like Yelp, but instead of reviews of businesses, it's like reviews of different cliffs and bridges and creative ways of killing yourself. And you know which spots are the best because they have no reviews on them.
You should do it on the Lodi Arch, right on top of the bear. That'd be awesome.
Thank you for giving me an idea.
You should ride the bear and go, all right, buddy, here we go.
You know, that's probably what's sad is I probably would totally do it, but the problem is I'm just too lazy.
I don't want to get up there. I got to buy a big-ass ladder, too.
I don't have a rope, and it's like, you want me to go buy a rope? I'm not going to go out and buy a rope. What if I change my mind? Then I just have this fucking rope that I don't need.
No.
Well, I guess I could use it for... Huh?
Well, you can use it to do a bunch of chores, I guess.
Yeah. Dude, that's like one of my favorite bits from fucking David Thorne, the fucking stud finder bit.
That guy always talks about killing himself. It's great.
I always relate. That's why I always look at him and I'm like, me too, bro. Thank you.
God
fucking
damn
fantastic.
it. I gotta wake up today.
I love that, man.
God damn it.
Man, I'm going through my old joke book and I'm just seeing the most stupidest jokes.
No, I've had a lot of those things. I've probably got 9 bad jokes for any good one.
Like, this is my joke book from like 2019.
Yeah?
So it's like one of my first joke books. Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, God.
I'm looking through my joke book. The recent one I wrote was, can we stop using the term dog whistling already? Not all dogs are racist, but all racists are dogs.
That's actually pretty good.
I don't know. Yesterday I did one at Vince's, and it was like, there's been a lot of great talent here walking through the past year. A lot of great young talent. And it was like David Rodriguez, Dane Nichols' ex-girlfriend, and me. And I was like, never mind.
What the fuck?
All right, who's this fella?
He's drawing us.
Okay, cool.
You know, this isn't actually like the first comedy podcast I was probably drawing live on. Actually, there was a hypothetical comedy tour. They were doing one of their videos, and I just sort of it was weird because I just sort of went in there not being like that comedian anymore. And I just sort of joined in. There are a bunch of people I've never seen before. One was even in his car driving while on the video chat. And I was just sketching everyone casually.
Well,
so I probably never met anyone in there before. It was kind of a little weird, actually. But then again, that's kind of defined me pretty much.
That's the internet these days. Everyone does podcasts on the go. They can do it from the cars, fucking ordering fries and shit. Who cares? This is how it is now. Anybody can do a podcast. You have to be any idiot, any moron can do a podcast.
If you try hard enough. Yeah. If you don't, then you're probably that lazy and you got nothing to say.
That's right.
Which describes me. But then again, I feel like I could, but I honestly have nothing to talk about usually. And there are like already enough art podcasts and like artist YouTube channels. So I kind of usually just focus on pretty small stuff once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, what? So, my question is like, with drawing, like, I don't know. I guess it's like kind of just over time. I guess it's just skill. Like me, I think it's so hard to look at somebody and be able to like draw like the good details and shit. Like,
yeah, basically, there are a few things that kind of help. Well, one is to, be patient. Two, start now. Three, don't get jealous of others. Four, be jealous of each other's a little. Five, I forgot what five was. I'll have to improv that.
To what?
Question: is it just like doodling though? Basically, it's a modified version of doodling. If you're at somewhere and you just start drawing a guy.
That's what this is at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you respect the people you draw enough till you do. Well, maybe have you ever drawn people you didn't like at all? You're like, what? Fuck this guy. I'm gonna make him look like jerk off.
Actually, yes, all the time. And there's a reason, because a lot of the comedians or people that I don't like, I've been to sets where I'm drawing everyone, and I kind of feel like I need to have a little bit of integrity, because if I'm going to draw the people I do like and not the ones I don't, the ones who don't will find out about it, and then they'll retaliate, and then I got more shit to deal with.
Sure.
Yeah.
We know a buddy of ours, Gabriel, where every single mic he goes to, he goes, "Oh man, it was a great time. Here's all the pictures of the mic we were at." And there's been a few times where we're in the car, he's like, "That was a fucking worst night ever."
Yeah.
And then next day he's like, "Man, that was such a good time. Anyway, we had a blast. Here's all these pictures of us."
Yeah, that's one thing I've kind of enjoyed once in a while. I've been to some places where there's barely anyone at the open mic night, where it's the only people there are other comics and the bar staff, and even during those times, most of the comics have already left outside.
Oh yeah, the outside area. Hey, this is kind of insider stuff here. Jordan, you should go to this mic in Sacramento called Old Ironside.
What days do they go on?
It's Wednesday, but it's a mixed open mic, but there's always a nice crowd there, and they got a really good stage setup. And I was telling other people about this, and they're like, "What? That's not a comedy open mic." I'm like, "Who cares? There's a crowd of people there, right?"
Might as well.
As long as you got an open enough space, then you can put up a comedy show there.
I hate when people get all mad about that. Like, it's a mix. It's like, I get it, but like, who cares? It's people.
It's a different challenge, in my opinion, because like every different venue is a different challenge. Like, go to a young crowd, go to an old crowd, go to a black crowd, go to a musically inclined crowd, go to a smart university crowd, go to a woke crowd, in the Bay Area. Whoever the fuck it is, just go anywhere. It's a new challenge for you. Not everything's gonna be perfectly set up for you to do comedy, so just try it all. Who gives a shit? You'll get better at it eventually. It's like whacking off.
Yeah, that's kind of like the elevator that we did.
I'm sorry if I'm talking over you. So go for it. It's like whacking off. I don't know. Sorry, Evan T. What was that? I laughed over you.
No, it's like that elevator video I showed you earlier too. Like, we just did a comedy set in there, and that's pretty much all we needed for the time being.
Good. That's fucking. You got your audience in an elevator. There was a janitor that walked in halfway through.
Yeah, there was another student, and I kind of realized that there was going to be people in that elevator walking in anyways, but
that was going to happen. It would just
add to the authenticity of it. I just kind of decided, you know what, we're here. We don't want to have to walk back. We're going to do our comedy sets right here in the elevator, because and just for context, this was at a University of Davis. There was a comedy club there briefly, and one night we kind of got locked out of the typical classroom that we practice in. So the building that we were in has an elevator, and we decided, you know what, the elevator has enough lighting. We're just going to do our show in there. And so then we had this little comedy show inside an elevator where we were practicing our sketches.
Oh, wow.
That does it, Jordan. We're doing the same concept.
Yeah, we did it in front of the Grape Festival, and that went swimmingly.
Oh yeah, that was a weird time. Yes,
it was fun though.
Lodi Grape Festival. people were walking in and out. I was like, fuck it. Nick Michelson's idea was always to do a guerrilla open mic where we fire away at the crowd. We get a mic and a speaker, and we just do it. And it got very strange. It got nastier and meaner as the evening went along. It got awkward, and to the point where
By the way, I love how you got my chunky eyelids. Like I have no eyelids, so it's always fantastic seeing like.
You made me look like Nick Mullen from Cumtown. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about, but whatever. Fuck it. You made me look skinnier and handsome.
Oh, really? I can make you look obese and unlikable.
Do it.
You could.
I'm not obese, but I am unlikable.
Well, you can be both one day.
I can be. If I work hard enough, I can do it. Be like that Simpsons episode where Homer wanted to be 300 pounds, so he could be just declared.
Wearing a move for the rest of the show.
Yeah, he wanted to be declared disabled, and he wanted to get the parking spot and work from home because he didn't want to go to work anymore. What a classic episode that was.
Yeah, and he also had that weird bird thing that keeps going up and down. What the heck was that thing?
Oh, that was a deal from the '90s where the bird just takes the water and that's about it. Yeah, so.
Oh.
It's man, I don't know. That show aged well, but sometimes there's some aspects where like, what the fuck is mad about you? What the fuck? What is this? This is weird. The references, I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, I think like the Simpsons show, I think it's beginning to be honest, I think it's going to reach that point where it just can't go on any longer.
Oh, God, we said that 20 years ago. Man, Jordan's whole my diatribe about the Simpsons. Simpsons now, it's zombie Simpsons. They continue on well past
Wait, what?
They're dead. The Simpsons have been on forever, but they haven't been good in 20 years, but they're just still
on.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't really watched. I was more of a Family Guy, American Dad dude growing up.
What reference is that to?
It's just me being mad that he likes Family Guy more than Simpsons.
No, I don't like any more than the other. I'm just saying I grew up watching Family Guy more, and then as I've gotten older, I've appreciated The Simpsons more. I just like cartoons. Like they're nice cartoons to have in the background. They're not like, oh my God.
Boy, I made fun of the Animaniacs recently, and the whole entire comedy community got mad at me.
What?
Yeah, I said this. This is what I said. Everybody who watched the Animaniacs as a kid grew up to be a pretentious douchebag. And everybody just was like, "Wah! Bah!"
Yeah, I know. I remember what I said in the comment section.
I think you were like, "Really?" or "Why?"
Yeah, it was just why. And so like, yeah,
I didn't explain.
Give me your reasons.
All right, here's my reason for it. Okay, hear me out.
All right.
The Animaniacs had so many references to vaudeville crap, like the people getting sprayed in the water with seltzer water and pie throwing. And Humphrey Bogart and Bob Hope and the Marx Brothers, that it wasn't for kids at all. And it was just an awkward show for weirdos who were 50 years old at the time to remember yesteryear. And now look, I know I sound like an a-hole, but I am an a-hole. And that's why I never liked the Animaniacs. I thought it was a very strange show for not kids.
No, actually, yeah, no, I kind of realized that because I watched the Wisecrack video review about the Animaniacs, and they kind of say that Animaniacs was actually this sort of a cartoon that was making fun of the movie and culture industry. Yeah. Because a lot of the references they have in that show is about people making movies and like some of the cruel decisions they make in those kinds of places, and it does feel weird because that's not the kind of thing you expect to see in what looks like a kids show.
Yeah,
it was awkward to me. It was just like, what the hell? Why is? As a kid, I was like, what? Why? Who the fuck is who the hell is Orson Welles? What the fuck is going on here? And I was later in life, I watched this show. I'm like, oh God, they're fucking talking about Buster Keaton and shit. I'm like, what?
Who's Buster Keaton?
Buster Keaton's a silent actor back in the day.
I was being rhetorical.
Oh well, fuck. God damn it, you probably would know who he was. He was the first Batman. The movie's directed by Tim Burton. Buster Keaton. I don't know.
Wait, that's Michael Keaton.
I know, it's fucking around.
Buster Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes. Yeah, they're talking about Busta Rhymes. He was at the time the world's fastest rapper.
Was he?
Who's Buster Rhymes?
He was the guy who told Michael Myers and fucking Halloween Resurrection, trick or treat, motherfucker, and he kicked him in the face.
Bruh.
Sounds like
classic?
an awesome movie. Yeah, it sounds like a better movie than the one I watched for Halloween.
Oh, what was that one?
I was watching Beetlejuice.
Oh, that's a classic.
I love Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like it's like that weird. It's a weird premise because I like Tim Burton's movies and I liked Michael Keaton's version of Beetlejuice, but I kind of felt like a movie called Beetlejuice had very little to do with Beetlejuice. He was in very little of the movie.
That's a good point.
Yeah, or perhaps and it makes sense that even if he didn't predict how much people would like Beetlejuice, he should have still added more Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that movie in a while. I'm gonna look out for more Beetlejuice. Maybe it is a disappointing movie in that regard. Then that's the case.
They should make like a thing on YouTube or something, like the exact how many frames, like how long was he in the Beetlejuice movie. It'd probably be like 10 minutes, to be honest.
Yeah, that would be weird. But I'm guessing there might be one reason is because he had such a vibrant character that he kind of thought that it would have made the movie too exhausting if it was all Beetlejuice.
You gotta do more. Evan, yeah. You gotta do more. You gotta do more voiceover work. Holy shit! I mean, god damn it. Yeah, I sound like an asshole compared to you. You gotta do more voiceover work.
Actually, I already have.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, back in I once did a voiceover for it was sort of like a parody of a meeting where people try to sell you on the idea of having meetings.
Well, it took a
that was one version. I also did it was also like the Stab podcast with Jesse Jones and John Morris. I did a lot of the sets I was doing there were like these voiceover versions where I pretended to do like a movie trailer and I was everyone in that movie, those kinds of things.
Got it.
Well, of course, I haven't gone back there in a while though.
Oh, I'm going back there. I got my Vax card. I'm one of them now. One of us.
I've been having mine.
Yeah.
Why not that?
I can talk shit more about the Vax now since I got my Vax card. I said at Vince's the other day. Wow, since getting the first shot of the vaccine, I feel the urge to write lame-ass jokes about Joe Rogan and Aaron Rodgers. And then I got some laughs and I got some looks.
Well, at least it's up to date. So yeah, that's one thing going for you.
Yeah.
So guys, we have actually are past the 1 hour mark already, which is crazy.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, we've been talking for that long now. So we usually wrap up around this part.
Okay. Yeah.
So where can they find you? Like any projects you have coming up? Anything you want to shout out?
Yes, I'm still doing some book illustration at the moment. Still doing posters. If anyone wants to get one from me, you can get it at ETL Arts ETL-Arts at Instagram. You can also contact me through Facebook. So those are some of the things that I've done. And you can also see a bunch of previous sketches that I've done on Instagram. But I also do lots of photography at different open mic night shows as well.
There you are. Anything else, Mark? Anything you got to shout out?
I just want to super hype this guy. This guy's the best in the business.
For real.
That's all I got to say about that. Everyone likes our logo. Everyone likes your other logos. I also like the Footless Express you did for Logan Farr. Jordan told me, you know why
it's beautiful.
His face is on the train. You know why his face is on a train? I was like, oh shit, you're right. I didn't think of it that way.
It's such an awesome piece of artwork, and
I was just like, oh, choo choo. He said train. I was like, no. There's a reason why. Oh yeah, fuck, I forgot. So I might work with this guy because he. A little bit in the future, I have a couple ideas for stuff, but he's the best in the business. If you want the best quality,
yep, look at that. Shout out to Footless Express. Check out Logan's podcast.
The best drunken blackout story of all time, and nobody beats it. Nobody beats that story.
It's a great piece of artwork.
Check out his podcast. Hopefully, I think it's starting now. But anyway, if you want the best in the business around here, contact this guy. He does phenomenal work. He's a very articulate guy, very smart. Give it a second stab. Come on.
And if you can't contact that guy, you can contact me, Evan T Liley.
Yeah, if you contact me or Mark, we'll let you know too. So if it's easier.
Evan, come on. Right down to set. Come on. One more. It can't hurt. Come on. Come on.
I guess I can give it another shot.
Yeah, at least do it like a mic with us.
I got a few jokes in the old joke junk.
There you go. Also, can you send me that sketch so I can make that the thumbnail?
Yeah, sure, totally.
Yeah, because I loved that. That looked really nice. It reminds me of like the comic book, the comic strips, like, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, I've done stuff like that. But anyways, before I go, I'd like to give a few last words. All right, so I just want to say, everyone, be nice to each other. Stay clean. Keep yourself checked. Please be vaccinated appropriately, and I hope you all have a nice time.
Thank you, man. That was so nice. That was so nice to end on. Again, guys, check him out. Seriously, buy some art from this man. It's great. Seriously.
With that said, I'm going to be talking shit more about the vax mandates in my comedy. I got it now. I can do whatever I want.
It's true. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want now. I can say whatever I want. I got it. You can't get mad at me. I did my part.
The only thing you can't do is spell self.
I didn't do that. That wasn't me. That was Jordan.
Wait, what? Oh.
That was Jordan. You can't spell self. That wasn't me.
Oh yeah, I won't be here for the next episode. I'll be dead. Thank you guys. I'm kidding. Maybe.
Call the hotline, Jordan.
I did. Drake answered. Hotline bling.
From Josh and Drake?
No!
Drug addict now?
No.
Hotline bling is still hot?
No.
Oh, thank you.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening or watching. Please subscribe, like, follow us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
You forgot my plugs. You forgot about my plugs. At Madman Maple. At Madman Maple on Instagram, TikTok. I'm on YouTube. That's about it. Follow me on my shit.
And I'm at Instagram at ETL-arts.
There you go.
Everything at Jordan Q-Bomb. Also, come to Laughs Unlimited this Tuesday, which is, what date is that? The 15th?
I may be there.
The 16th, I'll be there. I'll be doing a set at the Pro AM Showcase. Be there or be square.
That's Tuesday.
$5 tickets.
To weasel myself on there just in case someone drops out.
Yeah, there's a chance. There's always
a chance of that, yeah.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yes, thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Continued success.
Continued success.